Hey everyone, I'm Cosmic, and welcome to the cloud, excuse me. We are doing some Springfest. We're starting a bit later than usual. I just had a busy morning, I guess. Had some other stuff going on, but I'm here now. I always forget about the goofy spring noises. We will not be listening to Metal Lark. I'm running to the jukebox immediately when we get in that lobby. But anyway, yeah. Hello, hello. Mario Odyssey, yeah. I lost my copy. I forget if I said this on stream. I lost my copy of Mario Odyssey somehow, which, like, I haven't lost a game since, like, the Wii. Like, I don't know. I always put my games in the same place, so I have no idea how I managed to lose it. But I've actually not been able to play Odyssey in a minute, but I played a lot of it. I replayed it several times, so not missing out too bad, but yeah. Glad you are having fun with it, though. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Springfest decorations, but I guess it doesn't hit the same, you know, the second time around, but it's still cool to see them and explore the different hubs and stuff. But yeah, we're probably just gonna get right into the games. Oh god, okay, yeah, no, not this. Maybe we don't do, we'll try and mix it up a little bit. Maybe we won't go straight for Pop and Schlock, but not this one. Can you just play the normal one, actually? The normal Splatfest one? That's in here, right? It's Soak and Stomp, right? Let's just do that. There we go. Better. I might go in with Paintbrush. Oh yeah, I won a 10x last night. I honestly forgot until Fry just told me. I guess we'll go into open because I like those maps better. Remember I told you I was going to buy Splatoon 2? I did. I'm a roller main in World 2 of Octo Canyon. Nice. I'm glad I think I saw you post something on the Discord about that, but I'm glad you were having a good time with it. Or was it? I don't know if it was the Discord or the chat, but yeah. Glad you are enjoying. I still think Octo Canyon is overhated. I still think it's a lot of fun. I'm not even like, well, I don't know. I do feel like it's overhated. But I also feel like most people just played it one time and then like forgot about it. And I think it deserves more than that. Or they played it through 9 times to do all the weapons and then hated it, which is a little more valid, but yeah. Volume seems a little quiet. Oh, straight into a 10x. All right. And it's laggy. Very laggy. Okay, we'll see if this game lasts. But yeah, it is a real game. I don't know, I'm not really sure like what the popularity is looking like. I know Afternoon is losing, or lost the sneak peek by a sizable margin, so don't have a ton of faith. I would not be surprised if the big man sweep continues, but I'll try my best. Also, this ink is so edible. That's what I kept saying to my friends last night. Like, this is the most, like, I don't remember it. I guess I was on, like, Bear Cubs last time, which I guess was the green ink, which is definitely the ugliest of the Springfest colors. The blue and the pink look really nice together. But yeah, it looks... I want to eat it. I want to eat it very much. Okay. Can I kill that guy? I can. That was kind of stupid, but that's just how Paintbrush works. You completed with every weapon 2 times? I mean, I 1000%ed it and then I just played it for fun enough. I don't know how many times I've beaten Octo Canyon. I've played all of them so much. Like, Alterna's literally the only one I haven't replayed to death. Oh, there's the DC. Yeah, it's like... I was saying it looks like cupcake frosting. Actually, it does look like a donut, too. I was saying it reminded me of, in Wreck-It Ralph, when he gets stuck in the cupcake. And there's, like, the frosting. There's just a weird specific memory I have of wanting to eat the frosting on that. And I also want to eat this. Oh, God. I'm having a lot of fun with the editing the level ranking video. I know I keep bringing it up. This is always what happens now, is I make big videos, so then I bring them up every stream, and it feels like, I'm like, wow, it's already been a week, and I'm still not that far into the video, but I have made a lot of progress. I've been really busy this week with other stuff. I haven't had a ton of time to edit, but yeah, I think I'm about like 50 levels in. There's 208 levels total, not including side order and not including boss fights. So I'm ranking 208 levels, and I'm about 50 in terms of like fully edited segments. I have like, so I feel like I did it in like the most inefficient way possible, which I didn't mean to, but I basically, like, I went through and played every level and scored it. I already talked about how I played through and like wasn't recording for some reason, so I basically had to replay like every single level in the series like 2 times for this video, and then I scored them and I wrote like a little like blurb of like some of my thoughts, but basically for the actual script of the video, I'm like, you know, expanding those thoughts into like an actual full, like, you know, I'm just saying like a few sentences about each level. Like some of them I go in more depth than others. Also, that was a 10x win. It was at DC, so not really fair, but we take those. But yeah, it's just been an inefficient process because I've basically had to, I like replayed every level twice, and now I'm like watching the footage back of me playing the level to like solidify my thoughts. So it's kind of slow going, but we're like a fourth of the way into the editing. So it will come out eventually. Lost used to be your favorite, but now you prefer Seaside? Really? I don't get the, I don't know. I've always been anti-Seaside, but I like Lost. I think Sand, for me Sand is like far and above the best kingdom. Metro is close. Okay, I guess I can't say far and above, and it's a close second, but you know what I mean. Sand and Metro really good. I think Wooded really good. Lost is pretty solid. Seaside is like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. There is a Splatfest, yes. It is the new Springfest. The 2025 Springfest, at least. The theme is like, when are you most productive? In the morning, in the afternoon, or in the night? So I'm on afternoon. I mean, I stream in the afternoon. I normally edit the most in the afternoon. When I was in school, I liked to get things done before the evening, typically if I could, so. Oh. Hello, Crusoe. Like I said though, I'm not really sure what the most popular team is. Oh my god. Okay, you didn't have to... Bro had to taunt on me after... Okay. Whatever, that was dumb. Hello, Zinc Nova. The Gushins make it fun. I mean, I think Lake is worse, for sure, if we're talking water levels, but Seaside just doesn't... I feel like I talked about this literally last stream, didn't I? I don't know. My problem with Seaside is just I don't feel like there's enough actual platforming within like the level. Like I don't really find the water. I don't find swimming with Mario very fun, and I don't really like swimming with the Cheep Cheeps. Only some morning ones. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, morning I would think would be the least popular, but it also has the shiver tax, where people are going to choose it just because of her, so... I don't know. I mean, not that that has been paying off for them, because Big Man has been winning for like over a year now. I guess not over, well, yeah, not quite over a year, I guess, because they didn't win Grand Fest. But he's won, has Big Man won every seasonal fest ever? Or just every rerun? I forget. It's every seasonal ever, right? Or did he, I'm trying to think what the Holiday Fest was. Did he lose the Holiday Fest? I wouldn't count the anniversary one, because that doesn't have like the special, you know, like decorations and theming and costumes and stuff. Okay, that was scary. Sorry if I am a little more tired today. I didn't get a ton of sleep. I don't know. Last week there was so much to talk about. I feel like things have cooled down a bit in terms of news. I'm not quite as you know, raring to go talking about like 10 million different things. Well, the first one was, oh wow, that was close. The first one was Family, Friends, and Solo. Wasn't the second one? Yeah, it was like, I want gifts or money or experiences, right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I was just trying to remember. Oh wait, Mario Kart Direct is close. I mean, the only thing I really have to say about that is, like, you know, what everyone's saying. I hope they can prove why it's $80. Let's play some end parries. Why not? I am excited for that though. What day of the week is that? It's the 17th. That's a Thursday. Do I work that day? I do, but not that long. Okay. We'll see. I mean, I probably wouldn't do a video on that. I don't know. It would depend slightly. You already pre-ordered the Switch. Nice. Or the Switch 2. I mean, I'm in America, so they canceled them or delayed them. So, as far as I'm aware, I currently cannot get my hands on it. Unless, I mean, there's probably some weird third-party thing I could do, but... Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's one way to, wake me up a bit. Gotta lock in for this. It's against night. Okay. Of course, I don't get this when I'm playing with my friends, and it's just like, I'm like, just trying to chill on stream. Okay. Trying to see. I feel like the weapons are pretty even. I don't love that we have a dynamo, but maybe they can, as long as they can hold their own with that thing. But yeah, hope Mario Kart is cool. I am excited for that. I'm not taking any chances with this. Okay. Wait, was there? There was a guy right there. And I suck at the game. Okay. Well, we need to. They need to be telling all the souls right now. They need to be telling everyone why it's $80. It can't be a closely guarded secret because it's, well, what everybody, you know, needs to know for their console to not. I mean, it's not gonna fail. It's still gonna sell out day one. I know it is, but it could do better probably if they actually justified that price. That should do well. Oh, okay. Surprised that guy lived the splashdown. Yeah, this stage was originally from Splatoon 2. I'd hardly call it a remaster. It's pretty much just a one-to-one port, but yes, it is originally from 2. No! That was weird. I had my... It wasn't that weird. I just aimed badly, but I had my shots on them and I thought I'd finish them off. Oh, okay. I don't like how close this is. I actually need to lock in. Come on, come on, come on. We need to get this guy out of here. They may have gone out of here on their own, but I'm still pushing up. Okay. We got man advantage at 30 seconds. That's good. Don't want to play too risky here, but I also want to try and take them out if I can. Do not let that guy wrap around. That's important. Hang on. They let that guy wrap around. Oh my god, come on. Okay, nice, nice, nice. That was a bad splashdown. I don't... Okay, I think we might have gotten that. I think we did. I'm hopeful. Oh, we totally got that. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I'm not gonna lose. We won. I mean, okay, pretty close, but 100x W. Okay, nice. Love to see it. I do think Big Man will probably win again, to be honest, but I mean, I hope he doesn't. Nice, 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 nice. That's always so satisfying. Yeah, I heard about that, the Breath of the Wild not including the DLC. That's... I mean, I already think it was outrageous that that was $70 to begin with. And not having the DLC is like... Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it is a case where I feel like most people... Like, most people who wanted to play Breath of the Wild will probably, you know, have played it. Or just get it on Switch 1, and it won't be a big deal. It's still scummy of Nintendo to charge that much. But I do think it's a case where, like, you know, I'll probably get the upgrade, because I've already have the game and the DLC that I got for a reasonable price when they came out. But... yeah, it sucks. Whoa, I was looking at chat. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is... Nintendo, like, if they're gonna do this, like, variable pricing thing, and they're gonna raise prices because of inflation and tariffs and all that, they need to get on board with prices, you know, going down over time. Because every other game company puts their games on sale, at least after a few years. Like, I get that they don't want to be like, you know, Ubisoft, where they sell Assassin's Creed for $60 for like a week, and then it goes down to 30. I mean, you know, that's an exaggeration, but there's no reason to buy like a Ubisoft game on launch, because they're always going to lower the price because the games aren't very good and they don't sell until they lower the prices. But normal game companies that make, you know, decent to good games still bring their prices down over years, because that's just kind of how we understand the video game market, is that as games are older, they decrease in value. That doesn't mean like they're worse from an artistic standpoint, but like, you know, in terms of price, like as we see with, you know, Nintendo Switch Online, like Nintendo seems to get it in that case where it's like, hey, these are games from an old console, so you can get them for, you know, just a $20 a year subscription service, which is essentially paying way less money than they were at launch for these games. But those games are like 20 years old, whereas every other company, it's like, you know, they'll start decreasing prices after like 3, 4, 5 years. But Breath of the Wild being $70 in 2025 is just absolute insanity. I just really don't know what they're trying to do with that. Yeah, Nintendo Selects at least. Like that was a, you know, I don't really have a good sense of like how many games got to be Nintendo Selects, but yeah, I don't know why they stopped doing that. Oh god, I mean they stopped doing it because they want more money, but I mean, I think it's less that Reggie left because of this, and more like Reggie was the guy keeping them in check, and now they don't have someone like that around. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know. Once again, kind of regurgitating stuff from what Kid and Krista have said, but, it really feels like that role of that person who is kind of always, like, fighting for the consumer, like, on the side of, like, actually trying to, you know, be consumer friendly and kind of see from that, you know, the viewpoint of like a Nintendo fan rather than just a Nintendo executive. Like that there's just not a person like Doug Bowser clearly did not fill those shoes. Furukawa does not seem to have really filled Iwata's shoes in that sense. So there's just not that person, you know, to really be looking out for the consumer. I don't know, like it does just feel like. And you know, like it's complicated. It is just like the whole world economy and stuff going on. But like with that specific, like, you know, again, welcome to her being paid. Oh yeah, I know, game. Thank you. I don't know. It just. I hope they can kind of get that, you know, that opinion, that person in the room to raise their hand and like say, hey, maybe this is a stupid idea actually, and people will hate this. They could use some of that right now. Yeah, like they do like a Mario Day sale for like 2 days on like Mario games. They do like a Black Friday, and that's like it. Yeah, I mean the whole Reggie like posted about that. I know everyone else was saying like everyone else was talking about the Reggie story of how he had to really push for Wii Sports to be a pack-in title, and like the Nintendo execs didn't like that. And eventually, you know, he got through to them and it paid off hugely for them with the Wii. But then Reggie actually just like tweeted like he just, you know, posted like the story of him like talking about it. Like I think it was like a clip. He wrote about it in his book too, but I think it was like a clip of like a video where he talked about it, which was like, you know, he didn't explicitly say anything, but it was very obvious like what he was alluding to. So I don't know. Cool that he's still keeping up with it and trying to, you know, voice that opinion, but you know, unless you have someone inside Nintendo, don't know how much it's gonna change. I was gonna say, I don't think that's in the US. They wouldn't have made it go above 60, but that's weird. Yeah, I mean, prices, I can't say much about prices around the world, because, like, I only know how it is in America for the most part, but I know other places just have it rough in general with game prices, which sucks. This is big betrayal, yes. Dude, okay, that was pretty terrible. You can tell I'm just kind of like, I'm much more laid back today. I'm really not. I'm glad we won that 100x, but that might have been all of my good gameplay points. I don't even think I played that game that well, but yeah, we'll see how the rest of the stream goes. I guess I didn't think about that, but I guess Hestu could be an Age of Imprisonment. I mean, weirdly, Koga was an Age of Calamity, which, like, I thought he was just like a guy, so I don't know why he was casually just alive for 100 years. But I think they might, you know, bend the rules a little bit for those kinds of games. I think I've decided I'm really not that interested in that game. I don't know. Tears of the Kingdom is just such a... It's just not a story I care much about anymore. Shoot. I'm not even sure, like, did the Breath of the Wild Korok lore even, like, line up with... Because in Wind Waker, I think, wasn't the idea that, like, the Koroks were the spirits of the Kokiri children from Ocarina of Time? But then there's randomly just 900 of them in Breath of the Wild? Hello, Destiny. Welcome. I might switch off this weapon. I need to play something that requires a few less brain cells. Not that this requires that many. I low-key thought I was still playing Paintbrush when I said that. I'm so checked out of the game right now. Oh, Mini's fun, but might require more brain cells. Okay, let's try not, actually. Because I just want to. I like Splashdown in Fest because it's just like, I don't know, good just get off me tool if I don't really want to fight someone. I think Age of Calamity's story was bad, to be honest, because I like Breath of the Wild's story. Like I actually like Zelda's arc. I like her relationship with Link. I like the, you know, tragedy of, like, the champions and the Kingdom of Hyrule, and Age of Calamity just didn't do anything with any of that. I think it doesn't really take advantage of the strengths of Breath of the Wild's story, and it, you know, damages a lot of the things. It just makes a lot of things worse. It was just like a fan servicey time travel story. Like, it doesn't bother me that much, but I didn't like it. This rotation is okay. I mean, I don't love Humpback, but the pro one was bad. I forget what it was. It was like Undertow. I don't like Undertow. It is team... I don't think... Is this our first Team Morning? I've not been paying that close attention. It might be. They do exist. Shoot. Just barely hit me. Oh boy, okay. That was just a weird torpedo. I feel like right now they're probably cooking Animal Crossing, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some plans for Splatoon 4 or whatever the next Splatoon game is, but I don't know. I think we're just in a period of waiting. Like, I really think it's gonna be a while. Should've gotten a little closer there. Wait, what? No, never mind. I was like, I forgot that Splashdown had a tiny bit of invincibility. I was like, why does that exist? But no, it does. That makes sense. Oh yeah, it is Inkling versus Octoling. Oh, I actually didn't really know. Did that team... I guess Nogami was like a Mii guy, wasn't he? I have no idea how much of the original Tomodachi team worked on Splatoon. I don't know what the crossover is there, or if it's just because people said it looks like Animal Crossing. Either way, I mean, Tomodachi, I can't imagine that game takes, like, that many resources. Like, I know there's lots of, like, dialogue and scenarios and stuff, but, like, I'm under the impression it's a relatively small game that just kind of, you know, operates off you doing very similar tasks over and over. So, I mean, I'm surprised it's not coming out till next year, but I don't think that would be, like, you know, a huge roadblock in the way of the next Splatoon game. Yeah, I mean, I'm good for now on Splatoon. I'm fine just with Splatoon 3. Especially if, oh, shoot, something I could live that too. Oh, we totally lost that. If the input latency is actually better on Switch 2, that would honestly be pretty cute. Okay, my dog is like scratching at my door. Hi. Okay, he's down my room. If the input latency is lower, that would honestly, like, I feel like that would be a big deal. I feel like that would, maybe not for like a lot of the casual player base, but for me, I feel like that would potentially instill some new, like, excitement in the game for me and make me want to play a lot more Splatoon 3 again. I wouldn't really say it's Animal Crossing with Miis, because it's not like you don't like manage the island, you just like follow the lives of the Miis and like see their interactions and stuff. It's not really like, I don't know. I don't, like, it's sort of similar, but not really similar. Do you think Kirby 3D is better than Mario Odyssey? If you're asking me, definitely no. I really, really liked Forgotten Land, for what it was, but no. I mean, Forgotten Land is, it's not even like that comparable, really, because it's not much of a platformer. Like, Kirby games aren't really platformers in the way Mario is. It's kind of like you go through a level, but the challenge is never like clearing a jump because you can literally fly. It's more just kind of almost like puzzle design, or like, you know, level design based around the abilities. I wouldn't even really say they're that comparable. Hello, Octo, welcome. It's more comparable to 3D World, but even in that case, I just don't think, like, in terms of like the way the level design is structured, I guess. But even then, like, for online levels are a lot longer. I don't know. I really personally wouldn't compare them that closely. I don't think Kirby versus Mario is really a comparison that makes sense. They're kind of just, they're trying to accomplish very different things. I mean, for me, what I like about 3D Mario games is just the movements being, you know, like, expressive and, okay, that was, surprised that worked. You know, like, there's no moment in Kirby where you're like, I wonder if I can make this gap, this big jump, and I can string together a bunch of my moves to clear it. It's like, you know, I mean, the closest thing to that is like the boss fights maybe, and trying to like do like the cool combos and stuff, but it's just not really, it's not about jumping. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what you compare it to. I guess it's almost like a, well, no, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna put like a, it's weird, like, it almost in a way is like a beat 'em up, kinda, but like not really at all. I don't know. It's just, it's not, because you just progress through the level and you fight enemies, but it's never, I'm too tired to like talk level design right now. I don't know how to compare them, but they're not that similar. Yeah, Kirby games are about, like, fighting stuff, about the abilities. I mean, that's the thing with like 3D Mario is I really don't think power-ups are that like intrinsic to 3D Mario design. Like, I guess in 3D World they're definitely more relevant, but in most of the 3D Marios, like, it's not like the power-ups are only for like a handful of stars. They're not really like the main way you interact with the game and with the level design. Whereas with Kirby, it's like, you know, every single level in Forgotten Land has like 1 or 2 puzzles that probably require like using an ability or finding a secret. Like it's much more, you go through the levels more like kind of methodically rather than just like rushing through and it being about like momentum and speed and like stringing moves together. So I don't know. I'm not well versed in Kirby. I've literally only played Forgotten Land, so. I have not played Astrobot, so I can't really comment on that. I was under the impression Astrobot had like, it has like challenge levels that I think do have some platforming, but I do think the hidden bots are kind of like closer to Kirby design. I don't really know though. I've not seen much of Astrobot. I believe it is good, but I do not have a PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, Galaxy is like, I mean, even Galaxy has more power-ups than 64 and Sunshine. It's just, it's less of a thing, because again, in Kirby, it's like, you can go into any level with any ability, and there will be certain abilities that will be like the ones you actually need to clear a challenge or find a secret or whatever, or like solve a puzzle, but you can still, you have a level of like customization in terms of like how you want to approach the enemies and the boss fights and stuff. Whereas in 3D Mario games, it's normally like a power-up will be in a level because there is a specific challenge. Like, it's not even really a power-up. Like in Mario 64 and Galaxy, the power-ups are on a timer. So it's not like a permanent like upgrade to your character. It's basically just like a temporary way of like interacting with the level. It's more of just like a mechanic, which, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's always a mechanic, but it's more of a level like gimmick than it is a, you know, like player upgrade, I guess. Oh god. You were 4 at the time? I think why am I saying I think? I definitely know. I got Mario Galaxy 1 for my 7th birthday. So I didn't have a lot of brain cells, but I had enough to beat the game, thankfully. It took me a long time to 100% both of them, though. Okay, now my dog is scratching to get out of bed. There you go. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay, wow. Fair enough. But yeah. I don't even really know what you compare to 3D Mario besides just like indie 3D platformers, honestly. Like, I don't feel like, I guess that, you know, 3D platformers used to be a huge thing. Like N64 era into like GameCube and like PS2, I think. That was like kind of the heyday of that. Probably some on Xbox 360 as well, but you know, I don't know. Big AAA 3D platformers are really not much of a thing anymore. I guess Astrobot kind of is the most recent example of like a big one, but I don't really feel like there are a lot of like modern comparisons you can make to something like Mario Odyssey. Some Sonic fans might compare it to like Sonic Frontiers, but even then I feel like what the games are doing is extremely different. From the little of Astrobot I've seen, I feel like I haven't. Maybe if it is more like Kirby, I don't know. Astrobot doesn't look very like appealing. It's not that it doesn't look appealing to me. Like it, I don't know. The level gimmicks seem really cool, but the movement doesn't look very fun. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't played the game, so I can't really judge it. I've just like seen some footage, but like I don't know. That's kind of always been the off-putting thing. You know, if I had a PlayStation, I probably would have gotten it for sure, but that's the one thing I've always been kind of skeptical on with that game. Yeah, no, I mean, Frontiers is not, like, on a quality level, it's definitely not comparable. I've heard of Pseudo Regalia, I think. I mean, again, I think Shadow Gens is just like an infinitely version of what Sonic Frontiers tried to be. So if they just make an entire game that plays like Shadow Generations, then I think they have a good Sonic game. Frontiers was something. It was on its way to being a game that was finished, I think. Not quite there. I don't know. I guess I'm really interested in the Donkey Kong game. Because I still don't know if I'm gonna like that game or not. Like, I think I'm gonna like it. But I also feel like I'm gonna come out of it feeling the same way I did about, like, a lot of recent Nintendo stuff, where I'm like, this is, like, fun, but I have, like, so many nitpicks. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Frontiers, like, I had, like, an okay time with Frontiers. It has moments that are, like, good, but I just think the open world gameplay just feels like a tech demo. Like, the platforming is not... The levels just don't feel like levels. Like, it's just, there's just platforms above a, like, Unreal Engine, like, grassy plain. It's like, I don't feel like I'm playing a platformer. I don't even know what it is. Then the cyberspace levels, like, existed, but, like, apparently, like, most of them are literally just reused level layouts, which is just kind of terrible. Like, I don't know, I don't really understand how that was even a thing they did. Yeah, I know, the PS5 controller does seem really cool. The, like, adaptive triggers, and apparently the, like, haptics are really good too. The problem is the only game I'm interested in is Astrobot, and I'm not gonna pay $500 to play Astrobot, so I'm not really planning on getting one anytime soon. I mean, cyberspace was, like, the part of the game that felt the most like an actual game, but that's just because they stole the level designs from other games that were probably better. Like, I don't know. I just think that's, like, such a weird... Like, I'm not really a Sonic fan, and I definitely wasn't before I played Frontiers, but if I had played Generations and Unleashed before Frontiers and I saw that the levels were the same, like, that would be completely unacceptable. Like, I would not, like, that would ruin the game for me. Like, I just think that's... I don't know. I think it's weird how, like, infrequently that is talked about with that game. Because I genuinely think it's, like... I just don't think it's acceptable. I get annoyed when Splatoon levels, like, use, you know, the same mechanic in the same way that they already did in Splatoon 1. If the entire layout was literally the same, like, I don't know, man. I just think that's insane. Also, because the movement is just worse in Frontiers. Like, they just took, like, you know, levels that were, you know, based around this other movement system and put them into Frontiers where the movement doesn't work as well. Like, I don't know. Well, people have been hyping up Unleashed recently because of that recompiled thing. Like, there was like a fan-made PC port. I don't know. I know there's a whole history with that game. Like, when it came out, everyone hated the Werehog levels, and it was like this whole thing. And then now there's been this whole, like, you know, new perspective of people who grew up with the game who actually like the Werehog sections or whatever. Like, I haven't played the game. I don't have an opinion there, but I just think taking a level from an old game and just putting it one-to-one in a new game is just not... I just don't think that is an okay thing to do. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't care enough. I'm not invested enough in Sonic and Sega to, like, be riled up about it. I just, like, to me, that would be very disappointing. Also, yeah, them constantly, like, reusing the level aesthetics. I don't know. Again, like, I just hear things from Sonic fans because I, like, watch some streamers and see stuff on Twitter or whatever. I don't really have a horse in this race, I guess. But, yeah, I think it's very lame that they just, like, keep reusing Green Hill Zone and the same, like, level designs and everything. I don't know. But again, Shadow Gens, very good. Even though Shadow Gens is a part of Generations, so the level aesthetics were from previous games, but at least the level, like, designs were new from what I know. You know, they were mostly like, you know, very, like, reimagined versions of levels. I guess they were, I mean, they were, like, adapted from, you know, the original games they came from, but it seemed like it did enough to set itself apart. It had good controls. It had, like, good-looking cutscenes, had good music. It was an actual finished video game, and it was, like, actually polished. So, that is the Sonic game I've enjoyed the most, and I just hope they are able to make more ones like that in the future. My favorite 2D platformer is Celeste, easily. I'm not a huge 2D Mario guy. I've said that before, but, like, I love 3D Mario. 2D Mario, it just doesn't do that much for me. I grew up with, like, DS and Wii, so I'm nostalgic for those ones. I have some amount of fun playing them, but Celeste is definitely the most I have ever enjoyed and been invested in a 2D platformer. You're the opposite? I mean... yeah, I don't know. Like, it's definitely a thing where, like, I get why people... like, I don't know. Some of them, I feel like Galaxy is very accessible, and Odyssey... well, I could see people getting kind of bored of Odyssey, too, actually. Like, I don't know, because I get kind of bored of Odyssey sometimes, with the way its levels are designed. But for me, Sunshine and Galaxy 2, I guess, and 3D World, and parts of Odyssey are very, very, very good, and I can replay them a million times, but I definitely understand the game's not immediately clicking with some people. Oh, I've played Hollow Knight. I've done pretty much everything in Hollow Knight. Done literally everything but the Pantheons. Yes, I very much enjoy Hollow Knight. I wouldn't call that... I mean, that's like a Metroidvania, so I don't know if you call that a 2D platformer. Like, there is 2D platforming. But it's more of the combat in Hollow Knight. We haven't gone a new... Wait, what do you mean? We got Mario Bros. Wonder. Is that not a new... That's literally a new Super Mario Bros. Game. I'm pretty sure Shovel Knight's a platformer. Yeah, Sunshine... See, like, 64... I think 64 is, like... I don't want to say overhyped, but it's, like... It's definitely aged worse. Like, it was very important for when it came out. It's an impressive game for its time. It was a big, like, leap forward for gaming. But yeah, I mean, there's, like, 3 levels in Mario 64 that I actually, like, genuinely enjoy most of the stars. It is a thing for me where the movement just kind of, like, carries it. Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe, because it's like, it was Sunshine, too. Like, there's a lot of levels I just think are, like, straight up annoying or not fun, but something about just, like, moving around in the world is just so satisfying that I still like the game. I don't know. 10x, okay. I will try to lock in a little bit, because I think we have not won a game in a minute now. Super Mario World and Mario Bros. Wonder, I mean, those are 2 pretty good ones to play. Wonder... I mean, I talked about Wonder before. Wonder's so boring to me. I really want to like Wonder. I just don't. I don't know. My whole thing with Wonder is that I really dislike that every single level introduces a new mechanic, because that just means none of them are ever, like, actually evolved. Like, you just have an idea and it exists there for like 20 seconds and then you immediately move on to the next thing. So you never, like... A part of it is a difficulty thing, like the game is just way too easy because of that, because it never really, like, actually tests your knowledge of the mechanic, because you just move on to a new mechanic. But, like, it's also just a case of, like, I feel like basically nothing in Wonder lives up to its potential. You're saying you want a new Super game instead of Wonder? That's a... I mean, is it not close enough? I don't know. I've never heard that take before. I feel like everyone was super done with the new series and wanted something different. I mean, like, genuinely, why? Like, the level designs are a bit different, but I don't know what you mean. Like, what distinguishes a new game from Wonder for you? Okay, goodbye. Like, I mean, I think it's fair to say the newer games, or the new Super Mario Bros. Series has a somewhat distinct, like, level design philosophy from Wonder, in that it does, you know, get more out of mechanics and has less, like, you know, new things overall. But I don't know. I mean, the star coin philosophy seems pretty similar to how, like, the 10 coins are used in Wonder. The controls are, like, you know, pretty similar, a lot of the same power-ups. Like, I don't know. I'm not, like, the huge... I'm definitely not a Wonder glazer, or someone who loves Mario Wonder, and I liked some of the new games, but I feel like Wonder is definitely an upgrade in a lot of regards. You're able to spin midair in both of them, aren't you? I mean, Wonder has the badges. Wonder has the badge system, but you're able to spin, jump, and twirl in both of them. I think it's the same. Oh yeah, the triple jump. I always forget the triple jump even exists in the 2D games, honestly. I feel like, outside of like Mario Maker levels, I feel like there were extremely few places to actually use that in the main games. Maybe there is, and I just never, like, you know, got good enough. Because that was the thing, I just never felt motivated to finish, or to like 100% the 2D games. I'm pretty sure the only one I've 100%ed is New Super Mario Bros. DS. I never 100%ed Wii. Definitely didn't 100% U. I played through that game like a single time ever. I did not play the 3DS one. I played Wonder once, or World, excuse me, I played World once. I 100%ed Wonder, I guess. I kind of forgot I did that, because it's really easy to do. Hello, Average Mother fan. Welcome. But yeah, I don't know, the new, oh my god. There's just something for me about being in a 3D space. Like, it's such a vibes thing. Like, part of it is a level design thing, but it's just like, in general, by default, I will probably enjoy a game more if it is 3D rather than 2D. And I do love some 2D games. Celeste is amazing. Hollow Knight is amazing. For what it counts, Undertale is great. I mean, it's an RPG. It's a little different. But most of my favorite games are 3D. Obviously, Splatoon, 3D Marios. Zelda games, I really love 3D Zelda games. I haven't played, the only top-down Zelda I've played is Echoes of Wisdom, which I did not like very much, and I know that's kind of like a weird one, so it's probably not a great reference point, but I don't know, those games don't really look very appealing to me, to be honest. Like, so much of what I enjoy about 3D Zelda is just existing in the environments and, like, looking around the world, and the dungeon design is, like, you know, great and an important part of the experience, but I just feel like being in a 2D dungeon in Zelda, like, it just loses so much of what I enjoy about a Zelda game. I don't know. Oh, hello, Adam, person raging in my chat. Wonder just looks goofy to me? I mean, it looks goofy in a good way. I don't know. I will say, the Wonder Flowers, like, it does annoy me. I just think the argument I made is, like, it makes such a big deal about it every single time. It's like, when you're on level number 60, and, you know, there's this, whoa, Wonder Flower animation, and this wacky music is playing, like, I was a bit over it at that point, for sure. But I didn't have an issue with it, really, like, at the start of the game, like... And I mean, the character models, I think, are just an upgrade from the new series. I think, in retrospect, the new models look pretty bad. The environments look great. The music is a downgrade. That's one thing I'll potentially, I guess you haven't said it, but we might agree on. Mario Wonder music is mid as hell. It is so boring. I think there's, like, no memorable music in the whole game. The new series genuinely had so much better music. Oh, I hate the Talking Flowers, actually. I was never a fan of the Talking Flowers. You know, it's one of those things, like, if you enjoy them, I'm happy for you, but I do not like oh, come on. 1%. Do. I need to play Majora's Mask. I feel like I keep thinking about like 3D Zelda. I've been weirdly watching a lot of like Ocarina of Time content lately. Like, I know, because I just played it. I feel like I keep saying this, but I played Ocarina of Time recently, and obviously it's this huge iconic game with like, you know, so much YouTube coverage and people always like thinking about it and reflecting on it and talking about it. So I guess I've now been exposed to some of that, and I've been going down the rabbit hole a little bit. Yeah, classic 3D Zelda. Those games just hit different. I want to play Twilight Princess again sometime, because I really, really love that game. Oh, goodbye, Adam. Hope you feel better after venting a bit. I do not have the NSO expansion pack. That is 4 Dually Squelchers, okay. I've heard good things about Minish Cap. That might be the one I try. And I know Link's Awakening has like some interesting vibes and story elements, but I think I've been kind of spoiled on a lot of it, so don't know if it would hit the same. But Minish Cap looks really good. The pixel art in that game. I'm really not a fan of the like modern top-down Zelda style that much that they did for Link's Awakening Remake and Echoes of Wisdom. I don't really love the look of that, so I would probably enjoy the pixel art more. But I don't think that was the main thing necessarily holding me back from enjoying the game. I didn't hate Echoes of Wisdom, it was just the most like, I don't know. I just got through that whole experience, I'm like, okay, like, that was a thing that happened. Like, maybe just because all of the dialogue is just so nothing burger. I feel like that was a big part of it. Like, the story of that game is just, there's just nothing happens. It's like, there's a void, go in the void, close the void, yay. Like, then you just do that like 30 times, like, I don't know. Also, I was not a fan of the, like, Tears of the Kingdom type freedom. Although it was done better than Tears of the Kingdom, to be honest. There were actually more limits in place. When was the last time a Nintendo SP has used pixel art? If you count Cadence of Hyrule, I guess that's technically a Zelda game with pixel art. In terms of actually like first party development, I have no idea. Probably a while. I mean, Noel is like important, but like, I don't know. I'm not like the hugest Zelda lore guy, so I don't have super strong feelings about it. I feel like it's kind of a weird thing to introduce like this late. Like the fact that the goddesses were like fighting this like weird entity of destruction the entire time. Like, I guess it makes sense because they're like the goddesses of creation or something. I don't. Again, I'm not huge into Zelda lore, so I might be getting things wrong, but I thought it was like kind of cool, but like I don't know how well it fits into the existing Zelda canon. And also that was like one cutscene in the entire game. There's like one cutscene halfway through the game where they like do this like interesting like other art style and like give all this like lore for the antagonist, and then like just nothing interesting else happens the entire game. I don't know the exact distinction. I mean, first party just means that it was like made in-house. Like in the context of Nintendo, at least, it's like a Nintendo development studio made the game. Whereas AAA, I feel like refers more to just like the resources. Like, because like a Sony published or Microsoft published game can be AAA without being like, you know, it just means it's not indie. It's being like funded by like a publisher or a corporation, I guess. I think. There might be like a better definition somewhere that I'm not aware of, but that's kind of my understanding of it. How long have we been going? An hour? Okay. I might go a little shorter today. I'm not sure. It depends, actually, if I have... Hang on. I don't know how to feel about Breath of... I mean, I still love Breath of the Wild, but it was like... It's definitely a thing where, like, now that I've gone back and played a bunch of the classic Zelda games, like, I definitely get all of the complaints people have about the things they got rid of. I just, like, you know, in a perfect world, we would get, like, a massive scale classic 3D Zelda game and a new open-air Zelda game. And I just don't know how feasible that is. And the Zelda producer said he doesn't want to do that, so I don't think it is happening. But it's just like, it doesn't... I don't know, Breath of the Wild really just doesn't feel like an evolution of 3D Zelda at all. To me, it just feels like kind of an entirely, like, different thing. And it's a pretty cool thing, but I don't know. I wish they could, like, have another team at Nintendo, like, develop a classic style Zelda game, because they really just are their own distinct style of gameplay that is not, you know, intrinsically better or worse than the open air games. It's just literally its own thing, and I don't really like... I mean, they haven't necessarily even, what's the word I'm looking for? They haven't really insinuated that Breath of the Wild is an evolution of 3D Zelda. In fact, the entire point was they were breaking Zelda conventions and trying to make something new. But then now Aonuma is, like, has this weird stance of, like, oh, the old games had restrictions, which is bad. Player freedom, good. The old games are bad now. Which is just, like, a really weird quote. I mean, obviously, that I'm not quoting directly there, I'm paraphrasing, but, like, he said, you know, basically, he is not interested in making the old style games because he just thinks it is better to give players freedom than to restrict them. And I don't think that is just some intrinsic truth, the way he presents it, or the way he insinuates. Like, there are obviously, you know, limits lead to good design a lot of the time. So it's just a weird stance and just kind of an unfortunate thing to see, because, like, you know, someone who contributed to these amazing games now just sees them as, like, inferior to this completely different style of game. It's just a weird thing. I don't think fourth party is a thing. Not in the typical way people talk about the industry. I mean, the only game with a time limit was Majora's Mask, in terms of, like, over the entire game. Dude, I need my dog to make up his mind. He keeps coming in and out of my room and, like, making me open the door every time. Well, that's the thing, though, is I think you totally can have both. Because that's why I think Breath of the Wild strikes a better balance than Tears of the Kingdom. Because when you go into a shrine, you don't have your, like, champion abilities, or whatever. And then there's a bunch of things, even in Tears of the Kingdom, then, like, pretty much all the best shrines in the game. Well, it's kind of debatable. I actually didn't really love the Proving Ground shrines. but I do think they worked better than a lot of the other shrines because they take all of your stuff away. They literally just limit your freedom. Like, I just think you can have different parts of the game that give you more or less freedom rather than always just giving you, you know, a million options. There's also just something about the classic Zelda, like, world design, though. Like, that's the thing, is, like, I really don't think they're ever gonna go back to, like, you know, like, not letting you climb every wall and having you just kind of, like, funneled into these narrow hallways. Like, I think they're fully set on this just massive explorable world. And again, like, in isolation, that is really cool. That is a really fun, like, gameplay system. But there are also benefits to the old system, and I think the fact that, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying anything that hasn't been iterated by, like, every Zelda fan ever a million times already, but it's just weird, and, you know, I know other games will try to fill that void. I know, like, I need to play Okami, because I've heard Okami is, like, very good and is, like, a Zelda-like game that is not Zelda. And I'm sure there are others, but I don't know. It's just a hard, you know, it's a hard thing to replicate. Like, it's very hard to make an indie Zelda-like, because you kind of need this, like, massive world. You need all of these items and tools that interact in different ways. You know, not everyone can match classic Zelda dungeon design. Like, obviously that's kind of just this, like, masterclass thing, so I don't know. It's just like, if Nintendo's not making it, I don't know if anyone can. So it kind of sucks. I mean, my issue with Tears of the Kingdom exploration is that, like, I just think the Zonai devices don't fit in the game. And I've kind of talked about this before, but, like, it just feels like something from the wrong game. Like, because Breath of the Wild let you go anywhere at any time, but going there was hard. Like, the entire game was interacting with the environment. It's like, okay, there is a mountain, so I need to go around the mountain, or I need to do shrines so that I can get stamina so that I can climb the mountain, or I need to go through this, like, cave, or I need to, you know, get a horse so I can travel around this world faster, or like all of the systems worked together because the world was the game. And then in Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, okay, I can just make this glider or this hover bike or whatever and just fly over the world. But when you're flying over the world, it doesn't feel like you're interacting with the world. It just feels like you're skipping the game. Like, it's just the same world, but with ways to not engage with it. It's like if you make I've probably used this, like, same analogy, but it's like if you have a Mario game, and it's like, you can play this entire... Actually, this is literally my exact issue with Mario Odyssey, pretty much. You can play through this level with this engaging design and all these enemies and captures and gimmicks, or you can just do, like, this jump and avoid everything. And it's like, I just think at that point, like, if the player is just able to make the game less fun, or just play less of the game, like, there's benefits to that, and I think that can be done well. And I think that's, you know, Breath of the Wild does that. You don't have to do any of the dungeons, or you can do as many as you want, and then you can beat the game. And that allows you to make the final boss a lot harder if you are looking for a challenge. It allows you to, you know, experience the story at your own pace. Like, you can experience the memories in any order, and you can do the shrines in any order, because you can go to any point of the game in any time, and it is always the right direction, because there's always something there. But the problem with Tears of the Kingdom and some parts of Mario Odyssey is that sometimes you go the other way and there isn't anything there. You're just playing less game. Or, you know, sometimes it takes the same amount of time, though. Like, it takes time to fly a plane over the world of Tears of the Kingdom, and doing that isn't fun because there's no design there. You're just like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's more of a problem in Tears of the Kingdom. Odyssey, it's like, it's different because skipping it takes actual skill. Like, if you're going to do a, you know, like spin pound into a vault and vector and do a cap throw dive, cap return, cap throw dive. Like, yeah, that's a lot of button inputs in fast succession. That's a disconnection. Like, yeah, like there's a level of mastery there. Like, to me, yeah, that is the appeal of 3D Mario, is sometimes being able to skip this stuff is due to a mastery of the game. But I think the issue with modern Zeldas is that, like, it doesn't require mastery to skip the game. You're just like, you'll be playing the game normally, and you're just suddenly not interacting with half of the game world. Yeah, no, the memories are worse in Tears of the Kingdom. It's not... Breath of the Wild doesn't spoil anything. Like, I still don't think the memory system is perfect, and I kind of agree with the take of, like, you know, I'd rather experience the story as an active participant, where, you know, the stakes are changing in real time, and, like, you feel like you are altering the events of the story, rather than the story just being something that happened in the past. But at least for Breath of the Wild, like, you can view the memories in pretty much any order, and have it work, and, like, the story's actually kind of good, because Zelda actually has, like, a character arc, and there's actually, like, some nuance there. I like the champions as characters. And, you know, it was a new idea, it works, and the world feels designed around it, where there's all of these environmental details in the world of Hyrule that strengthen the story you see in the memories. And then Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, okay, there's like basically no world building in the story or game at all. But like off the Great Sky Island, you know, that's like the one place where they like tried to actually make the Sky Islands be contextualized within the world of the game. Besides that, they literally just didn't care at all. We barely learned anything about the Zonai. We barely learned anything about Ganondorf. The story is just not very good. The plot is like, it's just like Zelda realizes what she has to do and then she does it. I don't know. The whole emotional moment of that game just doesn't really work for me. But also, yeah, it's a linear story where you're not able to just see the memories in any order because there is a specific, like, you know, there's like a Chekhov's gun of the dragonification from swallowing a secret stone. There is, you know, Zelda's relationship with Sonia that grows over time. There's like development and setup and expectations, and you can't view it in the wrong order or it just sucks. It just doesn't work as a story. So, yeah. I don't know. I didn't expect this to be a Tears of the Kingdom rant stream again today, but yeah, I really, 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 really dislike how the story was handled in that game. And also, I think the writing just mostly sucks. We learned he's hot. I guess that is true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Zelda, you can tell I didn't get a lot of sleep, probably, because I'm yapping today, but I feel like it is less comprehensible than usual. I don't know. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, I'm drinking water. I still can't believe they actually rehydrated Ganon, by the way. Like, that... the whole meme of that, like, when we first saw the mummy Ganondorf and then it actually happened. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. Maybe I'm gonna just play like Shot or Sploosh or something where I really do not have to think. Actually, I'm gonna play Tetris. I don't know, I like Tetris and Turf. We're gonna do that. That person is very blue, or turquoise, or whatever this color is. Cyan. I feel like so many people haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom. I feel like anytime I bring it up, there's someone who's like, oh yeah, I still haven't finished that game. Which, like, I don't know. I guess people just have different taste in games or whatever, but like it's obviously a big game and there's a lot to do, but like, it was something I definitely couldn't put down until I beat the final boss. It is easy to get burned out. That's actually true. Because, yeah, that's another thing with Tears of the Kingdom design, is, like, I genuinely just think there's, like, actually too much stuff everywhere. It is worth... I think it's worth playing. I don't know. Like, get a second opinion, because I'm... I'm, like, one of the number one... Maybe not number one. I have a lot of issues with Tears of the Kingdom, more than the vast majority of people, seemingly, who played the game. Most people, like, even I had a good time with it. Like, that's the thing, like, there's still lots of, like, the moment-to-moment gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom is still really fun. There is lots of good design. I'm trying to think of an example of good design. I honestly liked the Breath of the Wild Divine Beast dungeons more than Tears of the Kingdom's. I liked the Breath of the Wild shrines more, also. But there are some cool moments in Tears of the Kingdom. Dragon Head Island was cool. I liked that part. The Great Sky Island was like, okay. There aren't a lot of specific parts that stand out. I like the moment-to-moment gameplay is fun. And there is cool stuff you can do with like the Zonai devices. I like how it's dark and then you make it not dark. Yeah. In retrospect, I would not list the depths as an amazing area, but it was a thing that existed. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about, like, Ultra Hand, is, like, it's so cool how versatile the system is, but it just sucks to build stuff in the game, because it costs so many resources. You have to, like, grind Zonite in the depths to ever actually be able to spawn anything cool with auto-build. Like, I just think it's a system that isn't fun at all for me. Like, yeah, and that's not, like, an objective thing. Some people like it. I definitely think it is not, you know, it doesn't synergize with the rest of the game very well at all. But on its own, the building system is really cool and, like, really impressive technically and really versatile. And there's a crazy amount of stuff you can do with it. There's just never any actual reason the game gives you to do any of it. Like, it's only fun for, like, you know, as this, like, intrinsically motivated, like, I want to build a stupid doohickey that's gonna cost 500 Zonite every time I want to spawn it. And, like, yeah, if you enjoy that, that's cool. But I'm trying to play a Zelda game, and no part of this Zelda game actually ever encourages me to make anything interesting out of Zonai devices. Like, the most you ever get is the shrines that are, like, glue two things together to solve the puzzle. And I don't know. Like, I've definitely ranted about all of this before, but that is just one of the biggest glaring issues with the game. Yeah, like, you're actively punished for trying to actually be creative with the building system. You are literally, like, better rewarded for just building the same simple machine over and over again that lets you fly over all the obstacles in the game. I mean, if 100% is counting Koroks, then, like, no one's doing that. Like, no one's getting all the Koroks. I got all the Koroks in Breath of the Wild because I'm insane and I liked the game enough, but genuinely there's no one's doing that in Tears of the Kingdom. So, I don't know if that's calculated. That's probably not even calculated in that, to be honest. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom just has so much, like, filler stuff. Like, finding all the wells, I don't know why I did that. That was not worth it. I got some of the boss medallions. I know I killed all the Gleeoks. I don't know if I definitely didn't bother to do, like, Taluses and Hinoxes again, because I did that in Breath of the Wild, and it was already tedious filler content there. Oh, you duped them? I mean, I don't know. I would at least get enough to, like, you know, I think it's reasonable to find enough Korok seeds to complete your inventory, at least. Finding 1,000 of them, though, is maybe not. Yeah. I mean, the weapon fuse system is cool, too. It mostly just sucks how clunky it is. Like, there's just, like, way too much menuing involved. I also kind of, I don't know, it's like a weird thing where, like, it feels really impressive when you first get into it, and you're like, oh, I can glue, like, literally any object in the game to my weapon, and a bunch of them have unique properties. But there aren't, like, that many unique properties. Like, there's what? Like, okay, the Lizalfos tails turn your sword into, like, a whip. There's obviously all the elemental stuff, but all of that functionality is just reused from Breath of the Wild. They just changed how you craft elemental weapons. Or, you know, they made it so that you can craft them rather than just finding them. There's, like, you can stun enemies with the like, Dazzle Fruit. Mushrooms make your weapon bouncy so it has knockback. There's probably a few things I'm missing, but, like, for how many items are in the game, like, not many of them. Oh, and you can make, like, a fan that blows wind. Like, I don't know. It feels really impressive at first when you're like, I can glue any single item together. But when you see how many of them, like, actually do anything, I feel like it becomes significantly less impressive. And when you realize that you have to open up your inventory, scroll to find the item, click to drop the item, exit the inventory, select fuse, activate fuse, and then fuse the item anytime you want to make one of those things. It becomes a lot less appealing to actually bother doing that, especially when, once again, you don't need mastery of the game systems to be overpowered. You just have to find a good weapon or kill a strong enemy and always just glue the strong enemy horns to your weapon, and then you're just going to be overpowered and never going to... There's not really any actual reason to be creative with the combat. And that's an issue Breath of the Wild has as well. I think the combat in both games just gets old, and there's lots of crazy, creative, interactive stuff you can do with the environment to take out enemies, but why would you, like, there's just never enough reason to, like, bother doing that. I don't know. I don't need every fusion to be good. I just, like, I don't know, maybe it's even unreasonable to expect every fusion to do something, but I still just feel like the system, it's one of those things where you're first getting into the game and it feels like this limitless thing where you can do all this crazy stuff, and then you realize, like, I mean, there's a good amount of things to do, and it is kind of cool, but then you just get back to the Breath of the Wild problem of, like, why would I ever actually do any of this? Like, I just, to me it feels like there's no point to player freedom if you aren't going to, like, it's not even, it's partly a limitations thing, right? It's like, you either limit player freedom and you craft specific challenges, you know, with those limitations in mind, or you give the player, like, near unlimited freedom, but then, like, the problem is that the world doesn't really challenge you to use specific solutions. It's like, if a puzzle has no clear solution, that just means it has, like, it's the issue. How did someone worded it in, like, a good way? It's like, if every puzzle can be solved in almost any way, then you can solve every puzzle in the same way, and that's not a good thing. I think the game should challenge your knowledge of the mechanics and your mastery of the systems, that it gives you so much freedom within to actually make the game fun. Like, there should be enemies that, like, I mean, there's, like, elemental enemies. Sure, you use the opposing element on an elemental enemy and one-shots it. That's a good example of those systems actually working. But there's not an enemy that's especially weak to knockback. There's not an enemy that's especially weak to wind. There's not an enemy that's especially weak to the Lizzletail whips. Like, I just wish there was more in the game that encouraged you to use a specific solution, and maybe, you know, if you wanted, you could still just wail on them with a two-handed weapon with a boss bokoblin horn taped to it, but, like, you know, that should be, like, the slow solution, right? Like, that should be, like, the obvious solution that any player can come up with should not be the solution that works in every single instance for the entire game. Or it should at least not be the most effective. Right? Like, I think that's my issue with Breath of the Wild, is the most effective solution, it's a problem with both games, where the most effective solution is often the least interesting one. It's especially a thing with Tears of the Kingdom, but yeah. I guess that's... I've been talking about this for so long. I don't know. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, but in a nutshell, that's the issue. I don't know. If anyone else has a different game you want to talk about, feel free to jump in, because I've said my piece on this enough. Just go watch Zeltic's review. That's he pretty much sums it up. I mean, building the house is a cool bit of customization, but I don't know if I would exactly say it's encouraged by the game. Like, it's an entirely optional quest that doesn't really... And, like, I'm not saying everything in the game needs to have, like, a tangible reward. Like, I get that intrinsic motivation, you know, I mean, that's why I was saying I like 3D Mario games. I think sometimes, I mean, even just, you know, the idea of a collect-a-thon platformer, like, collecting a star in Mario, besides the ones that give you tangible progress in the game, right? Like, you get 70 stars in Mario 64, and the other 50 stars in the game are effectively worthless, right? Like, you only collect them because it's fun to play the level, and the star is just the objective that you are getting. So, like, I get intrinsic motivation. Like, I prefer games where I feel intrinsically motivated. And maybe, you know, I don't know if it's like an objectively bad design flaw that Tears of the Kingdom works this way, but for me, I am not intrinsically motivated to make Zonai devices when I feel like the game is actively punishing me. I'm not intrinsically motivated to build a wacky house when, like, that doesn't really... I don't know. I guess that's just a specific example of I don't really care about the house, but, like... I just find that I am not really willing to engage with the game's mechanics just for the sake of it in that game nearly as often as I feel like it expects me to. Oh, yeah, my battery is dying. I'll plug it in a bit. Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to keep talking about Zelda because I don't even know why we started talking about this, and it's been going on too long. This is what happens when I get like 4 hours of sleep. 4 or 5? I don't know how many I got. I had to wake up early for work. At least we're not complaining about Return of the Mammalians anymore. Is this the thing? Am I gonna complain about Tears of the Kingdom until I make a Tears of the Kingdom video essay now? There are enough of those. I really don't need to add to that conversation. There are plenty of those out there. There are slopes in Silksong. This is true. That is a good topic to consider. It is really funny that that is genuinely potentially the reason the game has ended up taking so long, but I don't know if it is. Oh, see a brick face. Thanks for chilling. Sorry, I've just been ranting about Zelda. Biggest news besides it existing, yeah. Now I'm just thinking about Deltarune, because I don't know. I go from Silksong Cope to Deltarune Cope because that is the one I'm coping for harder. What do you guys think about the fact that the Chapter 4 will probably take place in the church? Because of the stained glass windows in the trailer. I'm surprised, if that is actually the case, I'm surprised the church is that early. I thought it would have been later on. Although I guess there was the thing of Rudy saying they were gonna go to church tomorrow, so maybe it makes sense. To go on the float, you go to the Splatfest terminal in Splatsville specifically, and you can get on the deep cut floats. Do you know what game is better than Deltarune? I don't know what you would answer that with. Undertale? I don't know where that's going. I'm gonna kill this guy. No, I'm not. That was an awesome reef slider. That was so cool. Okay, at least I killed the guy. I guess I wasn't wrong. Oh, you know, maybe I should have expected that the person called Mother Fan would say Mother. I guess that does actually make quite a bit of sense. I did not see the context clues in place. Okay. What main content do you think you would make if Splatoon wasn't a thing? I was asked that before in a Q&A. I forget what I said. I might have said 3D Mario. I don't know if I would have made content, to be honest, though. Like, I don't know. I mean, I always kind of like the idea of, like, being a YouTuber, but I feel like it was really, like, the Splatoon community, and specifically other Splatoon YouTubers, that inspired me to, like, really start. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, without Octo Expansion. Well, Octo Expansion was definitely the start of me doing, like, video essays and yapping and stuff. I don't know. I honestly don't think I would have made content, but if, like, Splatoon, like, disappeared right now and I was still a content creator, maybe Undertale, Deltarune stuff, honestly, because that's one of the main things I consume. And there's lots of, like, small people I watch, so I feel like it would be, like, you know, I feel like it's pretty easy to jump in to Deltarune, honestly. Like, despite it being kind of oversaturated, I feel like if you're, like, a small channel and you make one good theory video, like, I feel like people are quick to sub with Deltarune. At least I personally am, so maybe that's just my own perception, but, like, you know, if someone makes... I guess part of it is just, like, Deltarune channels don't upload very often, for the most part. Like, they come out with the theory video, like, once every few months. So, for me, it's very easy to subscribe to a Deltarune channel, because if they make, like, one... You know, I find a channel with, like, 2,000 subs, they make one banger theory video, I can sub and know that I'm probably gonna get, like, 3 or 4 more for the rest of the year, and they'll just show up sometimes. So... I feel like, I mean, I've also just seen, like, what's his name? Cammy? The guy with the weird little blue round character. As far as I'm aware, he made, like, a single theory, the, like, 7 days, 7 nights theory, and just came out of nowhere, and suddenly is, like, a, like, quote-unquote well-known Deltarune YouTuber who was in, like, you know, doing, like, the Gartic phone collaboration with, like, I don't know, like, oh, hey. Silver Reef Slider. Wow. But yeah, I don't know. I think if you have a strong vision for, like, what you think the game will be, or your analysis of the game, and you have decent editing skills and a decent speaking voice, I feel like it's fairly easy to get into Deltarune content. So I feel like that might have been an option I would have taken. See you, Brickface. Oh no, the song is playing. I forgot to turn the song off. Oh no. We are being subjected to Metal Arc. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hello? Hello! That is another 100x battle. Okay, okay, we're locking back in on Splatoon. Enough yapping, enough losing. Sitting up. Oh my god. Bum, bum, bum. I'm not. What do you mean by speedrun tech? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Hello, Martin. Welcome. Like a weird stage for Turf War because I feel like you're kind of just locked off in your own area most of the time. You know what would be kind of cool for the next Splatoon game? What if they had like a unique song that only played when you got a 100x battle? I don't know if people would like that, because then it would be really hard to actually hear it in game, but like, I feel like that would make them feel more special if they had like a special intense song playing. Oh, the Shiver one. I mean, I don't remember seeing it being used in multiplayer, but that kind of feels like something that probably should be patched. It was like an infinite height glitch, right? I mean, that could, like, break the map design. Okay, I do not like the way this is going so far. Come on. Okay, good, good, good. Oh no, 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 no! I tried to dodge behind the cover. Okay, okay, good. That was a good time to kill that many people. Nice, 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 nice. That was like a delayed wipe. What does being on a float mean? It's the deep cut things that they fly around on and throughout the city. If you win a 100x battle, you get to ride on the floats and take a picture with them. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, not a very effective reef slider, but that's another 100x W. Well, I've got a lot of conches. Can do some decent gambling at the end of the stream. How? Are you asking how to do the float? It's, you have to win a 100x battle or get to ruler. I forgot they changed it so you can also do it if you just get to ruler. But you have to go to Splatsville specifically and click on the Splatfest terminal where you vote, and then you have to like press left or right, I think. Well, how was it used in tournaments if it required a menu input? Because you don't have a menu in PvP, obviously. I guess I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing that glitch or anything like it used in PvP, so I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop back. I don't actually know why I backed out there. I thought I had a reason, but I don't know. Oh, I forgot to change the song. Hang on. Okay, okay. I always forget the name of the one I like. Is it Flop to It? Yeah. Why not? Squid Surge plus Frame Perfect Squid Roll. Yeah, I mean, if it was a height glitch, I think it makes sense to patch that out of multiplayer because it would break the map design. So, I don't know. I think Nintendo can be harsh with patching out single player like speedrun tech that I think should stay in the game, but if it's a thing where people are exploiting it in PvP, I think that is valid. Oh right, low battery. I really need to plug this in or something. This loading screen is long. Okay, there we go. Straight into a 10x. Okay, wow. You're actually getting a lot of these. This is like the least I've cared about a Splatfest in a long time. Well, that's not true. I probably cared less about the last one that I didn't even stream, but surprised we were getting this many things when I'm like half asleep on stream. Oh yeah, there was some like Scorch. God, I barely remember this, to be honest. I feel like this was like a pretty obscure exploit that didn't really affect games very much at all. I do wish there was more, like, single-player content I could do for Splatoon for streams. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm cut out for, like, challenge runs. I know I mentioned doing, like, a blindfolded run. Maybe that would still be fun sometime. I almost just want to, like, play them again on stream, but I don't know, that feels weird. Like, I guess I just become a speedrunner at that point. Oh. I knew that wasn't gonna work, but I wanted it to anyway. Splatoon Dance Pad Challenge? I don't know about that one. I'm bad at coming up with challenge ideas, I think is the thing. Like, I want to do something that hasn't been done before, but I don't know how to come up with things. You can tell how immediately locked out I am the second it's not a 100x battle. Actually, I totally forgot this was a 10x battle, isn't it? Maybe I should try a little bit harder. What did I wanted to use my root slider. I wanted to use my root slider. There's like a small chance that these guys live. If these guys live and kill that guy. Okay, we did kill that guy, but one of them died. Okay, hold on. Hold on just a second. I do not know if we brought that back, but maybe. Ooh, you got pretty far into their spawn. Yeah. Nice, okay. Well, I'm making up for all of my losses, if nothing else. I definitely think I have a net positive with the the 200x wins, so I'm doing my part for Team Afternoon. Yes, festival shells. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. I have not played... Enna? Is that how you say that? I know Toby Fox, like, recommended it on Twitter. And a Toby Fox recommendation is not something to take lightly, so I might try it out. I barely know what it is, though. Dum, dum, dum. I do want to stream more Splatoon 1 too. What one Splatoon 1 also. Yes, anyway. Maybe I'll do that next week. If I don't have anything else that I figure out, which I probably won't because I'll be working and editing a video. And not thinking about streams probably, because that's what I normally do. Yeah, I have done Pretendo. Like, I streamed Splatoon 1 multiple times since the shutdown. That was not far enough. I don't I don't think I was gonna get a kill there either way, but that was not doing much. Subs only? Like as a single player challenge run? I don't know. I mean, even that's been done before. Not that that matters that much, like, you know, I can still do a fun stream of a challenge someone has done before, but, like, I don't know. Ideally, it'd be something... I came up with a stupid challenge idea, or not challenge idea, but like a speedrun category thing that I might try for Octo expansion, but I'm not gonna say what it is yet, because it is stupid and might be impossible. And it'd be funnier if no one knew what it was until I was doing it. Why? This map has not gone very well for me, except for that 100x and 10x. I don't know if Splatoon games can be played on the DK bongos, considering you need to aim. Like, I don't know if there's a way to map aiming and the rest of the buttons. Undertale probably has been done on bongos, low-key. That feels like a thing that would already be done. I'm gonna look that up right now, because I feel like it's already been done. Undertale on bongo. There's Bongo Lovania. It's mostly just, like, Bongo Cat remixes. Okay, maybe no one has done Undertale and bongos. I don't want to do an Undertale challenge run, though. I'm... That would not be fun for me. Someone just commented on the sanitization video. I think Agent 3 didn't lose his memory because he's just built different. Thank you for the insightful comment. YouTube is so weird with what it notifies me with. Like, sometimes someone will leave, like, a 3-paragraph long, like, thoughtful response to my video essay, where they, like, you know, dive into, like, all of the points and, like, have this, like, whole other perspective. YouTube will not notify me for that comment, and I have to just, like, go to the video myself and, like, sort by newest and see if there's a new comment. And then at the same time, some guy will comment on my sanitization video, just the word sanitization misspelled, and I will get a notification for that one. So I don't know how that algorithm works, or when it decides to show me stuff, but it is not very good. Brief slider radius feels so inconsistent. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, the sword killed me for a second. I'm like, no, he did not. I'm not really into controller challenge runs, because most of those just don't sound very fun, or they're literally just impossible. Splatoon, but you have to listen to Meadowlark. That's an impossible difficulty challenge. I would not succeed. I just kind of like locked in all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. Oh. Had some good gameplay for a second. I actually used the brain cells. Dude, okay. Let me up. Let me up. Oh, no, 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 no. I thought I could kill that guy, but that's fine. I think we won that. Do-do. Do-do. Yeah. Do. I probably will cut this stream a little bit shorter than usual. I'll probably end in like 30 minutes from now. Because I am very tired. I might want to take a nap. Any Blender ideas? No. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask for ideas right now. I would say Glenn Fiddler, but I'm not sure I actually want to see that. Hello, Hachiware. Welcome. New World Order's opening is similar to Deeper's Creepers? I don't know about that. Oh, I guess... No, I know the part you mean. I kind of doubt that was intentional, but... I guess that is a thing. Did Off the Hook write Deeper's Creepers? Do we know that? Is that what it says in the jukebox? Actually, yeah, that's true. I don't think Glenn actually has an in-game model. He's just... There's a PNG of the model, but we don't have the model. Bloody Hook? I don't know what Bloody Hook is. I don't think that's a Splatoon song. Oh, that's the artist, right. I see. Is that the... I don't know. I haven't heard this before. I'm not 100% if that's the implication, but I guess it very well could be. Oh, the thing about my head is, like, you get a little crown above your name when you win a 100x battle. I think you get one for 10x battle too, but it's different. The 100x one is a little cooler. Oh! Did that? Oh, someone else canceled the splashdown. Wait, did they? How did the... Did the... Okay, I don't know. I guess I did not think no one else would die in that interaction. And no one else died in that interaction besides me. But, fair enough. Well, crown, it's... Yeah, it's not like a crown, it's just a little design above the name, I guess. I just call them crowns, because the top 500 one is more like a crown. Yeah, I guess that's what happened. I just broke the fists. I just thought, I don't know. I am overestimating Reef Slider's radius a lot. But there were like two guys around me. I don't know, whatever. I thought something would work. Yeah, the sound was strange. I guess that was just the sound of the fist being deleted, or like, I don't know. I do not know. I was befuddled. Oh! Okay. I can always get the cancel, but I can not always live. Well, I say that after just saying I didn't get the cancel. You know, I'm a little tired, guys. I think I'm losing it a little bit. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess, that it's... At the very least, it's probably the... Well, I don't know. Yes, it probably is the band's just going by a different name. I feel like I knew that, but I just, like... I don't know, my brain isn't working right now. I was fiddled. What... I feel like there is, like, a word there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of flabbergasted. I have no idea what my brain is doing right now. I need sleep. I do not need Splatoon. But I do need to get Ruler before the end of the stream. We're at least going to get to Ruler. See you, no turtle, not turtle. One of those two. Thanks for hanging out. See ya. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Don't be Lemuria. It's Lemuria. I'm gonna lose. Yeah. Oh, wait. Well, this wasn't the team I was with, but I guess these people all won 100x. Cool. I'll see you, Martin. Thanks for hanging out. Bum. What time is it for me? 4:30. I just had to wake up early for work today, so I didn't get a lot of sleep. Okay. I don't know where I was going. Man. I don't know why I thought I wouldn't die there. I was hoping he would just not react that fast. Yeah, I think we lost that. Oh, wow, I did not expect to win. Sure. Splat a sister, I'll take it. I will be streaming Deltarune, and I will not wait like a week to stream it because I want to play it right away and finish it. I don't want to rush through it too much. It depends a little bit like what my work schedule is going to look like. But I basically want to play it right away. I might end up like waiting a day because the Switch 2 comes out that day, and I might want to like play Mario Kart first. Plus, So like my my current plan is like I don't want to stream it like frame one because I want to actually have a stream chat while I'm streaming it, and a bunch of my chat likes Deltarune and isn't gonna want to be spoiled. So I'm thinking I could like maybe give people a day, you know, for the super hardcore fans to get ahead of me, so that they'll actually be able to watch my stream, if they want. So I might end up waiting like a day, or maybe, I mean, I don't want to wait very long because I want to play it really badly myself, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do something like that, and then I'll try my best to just stream it, you know. Probably, I imagine I could probably do like a chapter a night. They would be long streams by my standards, because chapter 2 is like 6 hours on a casual playthrough. So we'll see, it might end up being like 3 streams. See you, average mother fan. Thanks for chilling. Yeah, I mean, I would just try to find like a natural stopping point in the game. It's hard to say exactly. Well, actually, I know, because like, assuming the next chapters are going to follow the structure of like 3 major areas and then a dungeon. Is it 3 areas then a dungeon? Or like 2 areas and then, no, it's like 2 areas and then a dungeon, right? Yeah, because it's like Field of Hopes and Dreams, and then the Scarlet Forest, and then Card Castle, and then it's like Cyberfields, the city, Queen's Mansion. So, assuming it follows that structure, I'll probably stop, you know, at the end of one of those areas. However it works out, we'll figure it out. I'm sure if people do get a little bit ahead of me, maybe, you know, even like my chat could tell me what would be a good place to stop. It's when summer break starts for you. Wow, that's that is a big day. Switch to Deltarune summer vacation. That is very nice, actually. Okay, everyone just died. I'm dead. Oh! Wow. I did not think that bomb would work. Normally, that, I don't know. You have to hit, like, the back of the crab. I just didn't think that angle would hit, but, you know, not complaining. I was hoping you would drop. You did not drop. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum bum bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, not Booyah. Trying to jump to spawn. Decent last push, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't think it is. Close, but not enough. Yeah. I'm not sure, I'm pretty close to Ruler. I think I'm gonna get Ruler, do some conch shell gambling, and then call the stream, probably. Thank you to the people who are sticking with me. I know I'm not as talkative. Yeah, I'll be able to make up for it. Oh, okay, goodbye, team. Afternoon champion. I am an afternoon champion. I won 200 X battles in this afternoon. This song is funny. The first half is so like scrimlow, and then the drop is just really good. I don't know. It's always been my favorite alternative song. I mean, we don't have the popularity stats yet, but it seems like a lot of people are on Knight based on the matches I'm getting. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, 2 roadkill. Oh my god, okay. Sorry, I don't know what the noise was. That was like... What? Why am I making weird... Stop doing that. I'm sorry, I'm like, my brain cannot handle this. I'm actually way too low on sleep. There were just too many specials happening. It went from being bored to like overstimulated, and it was too much. Die. Cool, thanks. I don't think... I mean, I haven't gotten, like, any mirrors at all. At least that I noticed. So I don't think Knight is... It's probably not beating, Was the worst ever still Bigfoot with, like, 8%? Or did something beat that? I forget. She splat on my fist till I after on her noon. So true. Ow. Yeah, I don't think it'll be anywhere near Bigfoot levels. Especially because, again, shiver tax. I feel like a lot of people are just gonna vote her just because. Ow. Mirror matches are insane on Knight. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I honestly do feel like it's worth, like, being on the losing team and just getting more actual games. Like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like it's more fun playing against the actual other teams, so... I don't know. I mean, maybe Knight won't win if it is that mirror heavy, but the big man sweep has not faltered so far for the seasonal fest, so... Oh my god, this is a messy looking map. I really don't know who's winning. Probably not us. Normally, if you can't tell, it means you're going to lose, is what I have learned. So you're actually just coping. I really don't know. Okay, never mind. Nice. There's so much ink in our spawn, but then we inked like their whole spawn, so I was not sure, but we got it. Yeah, I don't. It's like sometimes it feels like the mirror matches screw over the popular team, and then sometimes it doesn't, and they just win anyway because they're popular. So I don't know. We will find out. And there it is, afternoon ruler. Okay. Okay, it still tells me this even though I could already do that from winning 100x. We have some gambling to do, so we're gonna do this. 27. That is, I've like never done 27 in one single thing ever, I feel like. I don't really ever save these up. Do you like light tetras? That's Sprinkler Zipcaster, right? I don't really... I want to like those, because Zipcaster Tetra is a really cool idea, but the Sprinkler kind of kills it. Give me titles. Titles are really the only thing I care about. I have all the banners that you can get from random, I think. Okay, it is giving me nothing. Title. Dude. I should not have said anything. Oh, red, okay. It's an emote, okay. I mean, I'll take money, I guess. Okay. Not getting the most interesting rolls here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's a purple, and it's chunks. It's always ink resistance chunks too. How many of those do I have by now? 375. Yeah, I really needed 3 more. Dude, again, okay, come on. Ugh, okay, at least it wasn't ink resistance again, I swear. Dude, this is actually, like, we've gotten nothing. I mean, I'll take cards for the bits, I guess. That was all common ones, though. But yeah, I use ability chunks. I mean, I just don't have that many builds, but I have a lot stored up. I mean, Salmon Run just gives you like 1 million. Hey! World's first natural enemy. That goes kind of hard, actually. I'm not gonna use it, but it goes kind of hard. That's like the first interesting thing we've gotten. We had 27, we're down to 9. And we're back to blue. Okay. Purple. Hagglefish Market Ink. I don't think I knew ink was one. That's alright. Ticket. That's worthless in this game. I roll Fossil. I like the alliteration. Sketching Jellyfish. Banner. Banner of ink resistance. Please do not do that. It's blue. It's worse. Okay. Well, that's fine. Maybe we can let's end by going on the float, I guess. Might as well. Thank you guys for hanging out. I have been tired, but it has been a fun time. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, rest of the fest. I never know what to do for this. Yeah. Woohoo. Okay, look at the camera. You wanna look at the camera? You wanna look at the camera? There we go. Okay. Alright. Oh wow, there's like extra spring things around here. That's cool. Okay, I'm officially out of things to say. Still working on that video. I'll update you guys as I, stream and make more progress, but I've, trying to find time when I can to do content stuff. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If there is anyone new here at the moment, we do have a Discord server. You can join through the link in the description. Hang out with some people, talk about Splatoon and other things. Have a good time. But with that, thank you for watching. This has been Cosmic. Farewell.